the grassland. And in the grassland, they have the place to live. And in the city, they have a better place to live. Therefore, the people can live both in the pasture or in the city. And the common people may ask someone else to take care of their sheep. Some of the people, they now move to the township and they transfer to the tertiary industry and they lease out their grassland, their pasture. And we can see maybe Han people want to take care of this grassland, this pasture, instead of the Kazakh nationality people. So later on, we will come into a family of the Kazakh nationality. And for them, we are the guest. So they put on their best clothes and put on their best effort to welcome us. So before we come into their family, so how to understand their affection between the people and the pasture and the grassland. So how to understand such an affection. So in our research, we study their culture. We are from the perspective of Han nationality, and for us to see them, we may perceive this affection from a song. And the song is about a lovely flower, and in this song we can have a vivid understanding of their life. And the first two sentences of the lyric goes as following: the lovely rose, they are very beautiful, and for such a beautiful rose, we have the deepest affection. Why we have such kind of a lyric? The lyric actually repeats itself, two sentences of the lovely rose, and to show that the rose is really beautiful. And the lyric continued to explain, because when people are herding on the mountain, riding the horse, and I will also hear your beautiful song, and the song led me to lose my way, and I fell off the hill. And your song is so beautiful, so affectionate, and that is the lyric. The lyric is from the perspective of a young man. So why to talk about this rose? The young man want to approve or praise the beautiful girl down the hill. So without such an environment, such this grassland, we will not have such a affection. So in such an environment, the young man may have this setting to meet a beautiful girl. The young man may even fall off the hill because of the beautiful girl. Therefore, we can see from this song that for the Kazakh people, they are very simple, pure, and positive. If they like the people, they will express their emotion. So this is this kind of culture accumulated from such a kind of life of herding animals. And in the music of the Kazakh people, we can see the moral aspect of the Kazakh nationality. So if we want to use a more practical term, we may want to observe the daily life of the Kazakh people. I have also heard of this song, but after your description, we understand deeper. So for a lovely rose, it expresses the affection of the local people towards the grassland. And there is a young man and a young girl down the hill, so we can see the scene for this herding activity. Therefore, maybe we say that the young man may be attracted to the son and then to the young girl. And this kind of thing can only happen in the grassland for the animal herding industry. So if we go into the lives of the different nationalities in China, we can understand their different characters and different life. And when we approach them, we can learn from their culture. We are approaching here. So we talk a lot about there is an activity, the girl chase. So the girl will chase after a young man. So this kind of activity, the girl chase, is reserved for festival nowadays. Okay, this morning we see such an activity, and we may keep it for suspense, and we will invite the local people to introduce about such an activity. Now we enter into a Kazakh people's house. So you can see the better condition here. Welcome, nice to meet you. So please see such a great scene of welcome people. Good morning. So for all the people here, we are the guests. So the Kazakh people, the grandmas and grandpas, they put on the clothes for the festivals to greet us. We are very happy here. Now let's welcome the local party secretary for the introduction. So about the clothes and costumes. So please introduce to us what are the special things about the clothes. Are they reserved for different ages? So this is for the young lady to wear. And now you can see these are for the middle-aged lady. And then this is for the senior lady. And for the young people, they wear more beautiful headscarves. More colorful headscarves, and from the clothes we can see the difference. They have a different kind of scarf put around their shoulder with different form or shape. Different shape represent different age, and you can see here the age from the shape of this scarf. And for this one, with the strings, it represents the age of 50s, and here we can see that this represents the youngest age. So she is the most young people here. And now if we turn the camera here, we can see that for such a scarf, it is reserved for the oldest, the most senior people in our nationality. You can greet her in such a term asked. Okay, the local language to say hello to the senior people. Nice to meet you. Okay, so nice to meet you. And for the senior lady, so we have a white cloth in the front. So according to the dressing code for the senior lady, we can see that we have different composition of clothes representing the rich, healthy, and beautiful life. So you can see the composition is different for each people, but the thing is they want to express their best wishes for the healthy and beautiful life. The happiness and wealth of the life. So now we follow the camera and we can see the different kind of interesting things. Okay, you can see such a interesting clothes. So this is the people to pass down a specific costume for a dance representing the grizzly bear. So we are in the hunting activity, so we can observe this bear, and in the dance we imitate the image or the behavior of the bear. Therefore, we have such a costume, such a clothes. So people are very happy here, and I cannot refrain from noticing those delicious food. So what are these foods? So for Kazakh people, they drink tea as a traditional practice, and in their daily life they cannot go without tea. And now we can see a kind of cheese. In the local language, it is naigada, that is the cheese. And this is another kind of cheese about the milk tofu, we say in local language. Okay. Now we shake the hands with the bear, with the gray bear. And for this, it is a little bit sour. And for this one, it is sweety. It is sweet. So if we mix these two things, it will make them very delicious. So these kind of food are very good to people's health. So if you are watching us TV programs, you may want to try a bit. I will taste on your behalf. So what do you feel? It tastes smooth and silky with a fragrant taste. I'm so sorry because I want to finish eating first. It is so tasty. For this food, they are homemade. The young people, the child, they want to eat this from the very early stage of their life. So they are so delicious. So today, you sit here, we have the chorus group of the grandmother. So may I introduce to you? The chorus group of the grandmas. Okay. So they are introducing themselves. Grandmas are introducing themselves in the local language. So she says that she is a member of the grandma's chorus group, and she is about 71 years old. And we could not wait but to see the great performance of grandma's chorus.
能给我说说他们唱的什么意思吗？
他们唱的大概的意思就是邻里之间互相团结、互相协作。
The friendship and cooperation between neighbors. The neighbors will cooperate to build better homes. And the lyric is about the affection between the neighbors. Thank you. And during their singing, we can see the instrument, the musical instrument playing. So the first is, can you have a guess? So I will hold you, my dear. So may I ask, what is this made of? So we will keep it as a secret, as a suspense. Now we are in a family of the Kazakh nationality, and we are seeing the musical instrument. But may I ask, what is this made from? Can you have a guess? Please reveal the answer. It is made from the fur of the owl, of the night owl. So the fur of the night owl, it is also the same for the furs on the top of the head. So owl is regarded as the sacred bird in the Kazakh culture. So I can touch this, right? So it shows the best wishes for a happy life. And today, apart from hearing their songs, we do show other talents or special activities of your people. So would you play the instrument, or do we have other instruments? So you may have harmonica or the mouth organ. Could you show that to us? Some people were saying that they need to keep the mouth clean for the performance. So here we have another instrument. The accordion. And now we have a group chorus. May people may play the instruments and sing together, or she's asking for a microphone for the better performance effect. So you can hear clearly with a microphone. Thank you very much for your performance. The grandpa is so warm and so energetic, considerate, because he is holding the microphone for the better performance. So now we see that the gray bear, maybe he is sleepy. Are you sleepy? Are you asleep? So if you just turn on the live program, you can see that we are in a family of the Kazakh people, and today is the 8th day of the Qilian Mountain expedition. And before that, we go to the glaciers, rivers, and the grassland. But now we are in this family. We want to tell the story of the local people in Gansu Corridor. We have various ethnic minorities, and they rely on the water source as well as the forest of the Qilian Mountains. And for the whole ecosystem here, the minority group, they are a very important part. So now we are in the Kazakh people family, so we want to understand their lives as well as the changes of the past 2 decades. So now we are in a county built from the Gobi Desert, next to the Gobi Desert. So now you can see the picture. So it is taken in 1995. And 20 years ago, people were herding their animals in the grassland, and later on they move into the current place. With the improvement of the infrastructure, people are now living in the houses. So you can see the profound changes in people's lives here. So today, why we want to come here or talk about the lives of the people, of the local people, it is much more related to the Qilian Mountains, because we are promoting and building the national park of Qilian Mountains, and in the process, how to protect the culture and promote the culture of ethnic minorities. And in our expedition, we have exchanged our views with the experts. The biodiversity, it is similar to cultural diversity, and we have a suggestion or recommendation that for the people who now also focus on the herding activities, they may live in the future in this area to keep this kind of activity, this kind of normalism. And in this way, they can keep the culture of Qilian Mountains. And they can also contribute to the future development, especially the sustainable development of this area. And in the whole ecosystem, people is an integral part, especially the local people who live there generation after generation. If we want to preserve the culture, we cannot preserve the culture in the stage or in the museum. We need to preserve the culture in people's lives. And for the National Park of Qilian Mountains offer an opportunity. So we have the national scenes. We also have the part for human beings to play. People are the highest link in the biological chain. And Professor Hou of the Life Research Institute has mentioned that without people, without the normalism, the grassland will come to waste. So we need to secure the coexistence of human being as well as the nature, and within the human being, we need to make sure the coexistence of culture and people's livelihood. And we talk about the interaction between different disciplines. So we have a more diverse perspective of the ecosystem and the environment of Qilian Mountains, so that we can offer better suggestion to the decision making of the local and national government. So now we have mentioned a unique activity about the girl chase in the local environment. So maybe you can come here So we come here, there is a very unique activity in the name of the girl chase, 姑娘追. So from this name, we can say that the girl will chase after the boys, the young man. So it is from people's daily lives through a kind of interesting competition. The young man will run and the girl will chase. And if the girl chases, it shows the girl's interest in the young man. And if the girl likes the young man, the girl will use the horse whip to hit the back of the horse of the young man slightly. So we can see from such an activity the direct character of the local people. So now we see that we want to see the performance of the gray bear dance. So he is the person to pass the inheritor of the gray bear dance. Now, may I introduce him to go outside to have a performance? So you can see people are simple and direct in the local community, and people are very happy and interested, passionate about dancing.
平时你们也经常会跳起来吗？
So, in your daily life, are you dancing a lot?
大家看一下，这个是非常传
So
统
now you
的
can see.
帽
So
子。
this is a very traditional hat, is it?
我能摸一下吗？
The true Kazakh hat. So you can have a touch.
那就是男的戴的和女的戴的是不一样的。
So for the man and woman, they wear the same or not. So this hat is for men. So the color
绿色的哈。
The color is
您站到后面，我
green.
们看一下后面这个。
And if you turn around, we can see, yeah,
非常
the very beautiful color of this hat. And a very thick
谢谢。
hat.
我们的大黑熊也出来了。
And the gray bear,
黑熊舞也是我们
he came out.
哈萨克族少数民族一
So
个
the gray bear dance is a traditional activity of the Kazakh nationality.
大家看到这个黑熊舞的这种姿态，就是我们哈萨克族在狩
So
猎的
you
过
can
程当
see
中
the
观察
performance.
熊的姿态，所以呢，逐步
And
演化
this
出这
is
种
from
黑
the
熊舞。
hunting activity. The people observe the movement of the gray bear, and now this come to be this gray bear dance. 大家能看到他的眼神 So you can
好
see
像在
the eyes of the dancer. It is as if he's searching for something.
其实黑熊舞也是，有小朋友
We
都
see
吓
the
哭
gray
了。
bear
其实黑
dance.
熊舞呢，
It is very
可以
interesting,
鼓舞，也可以大家一起跳舞。
and they may go solo with one dancer, or people can dance
谢
together.
谢。
Thank you very much. Now we welcome the grandma.
"我想问问您哈，像这样的活动、这样的场面，在我们
may I
平时的
ask
生活
you-
中都会这
So
样子。
is the scene very common in people's life? Yeah, it is very common. with some good things happening, this kind of dance and activity is very common. So when we approach, we can see the movement. So what are the movements for? They want to they incorporate the movement in their daily life into the dance. This is for the grizzly bear to hunt for food. So you can see the movement here. It imitates the grizzly bear. They imitate the fighting and hunting activity. And it also imitates the activity of combing the sheep, the wool. So it is also the daily life activity here in the dancing. You can see it is very interesting. So you can see that for the Kazakh people, the grandmas, they are the best dancer because they pass down the technique from their grandma to the daughter and to the granddaughter. So we can see the very natural dance. So it is very interesting here. And while you watch this, you can see there are the unique movements. People push or hit each other to imitate the daily activity. So we can see the art actually come from the daily life. Very good. So while visiting here, we see that the affection is pure and simple. They express directly what they feel, and they may be very passionate about dancing to show they are so happy for the life. So if you are watching our program, we hope that all of you can join us in the dancing, in the happiness. So if you just turn on the program, we are in a Kazakh county in Gansu province. So previously the dance is for the bear, and now the dance is for a different animal. So they are testing the music. And today, it is the 8th day of the Qilian Mountain expedition. Before today, we visit the glaciers, the grasslands, and the hills. Now we come into the family of the Kazakh people to tell the story. Because we see in the Qilian Mountain area, we have the plants, but in the big ecosystem, we have human beings, especially the ethnic minorities. And because the water here in the Qilian Mountains, they support the people here. And for now, what we see, you can see the Kazakh people previously 2 decades ago, they live on the grassland. Now they live here. They have the pasture for the 4 seasons. They will return to the pasture in the busy season, and they will return to their house in the city or in the township. So this shows an improved livelihood. And in the development of the National Park of Qilian Mountains, we do suggest that the minority people, if they live there for generations, they need to be incorporated into the national park environment. So they are making the testings for better music and better performance. So for each piece of music, the piece of music will suit a different kind of dance. So they found the music.
刚刚大家听到那首歌叫《黑熊舞》，所以
So just now you hear the gorilla dance, and you can see the movements simulating the gorilla. So by this, the current thing now dance is very active and happy.
此时此刻呢，我也要站在大家的
So
中间，让大家
now
载歌载舞。
I want
来继续这
to
一场的直播。
get in the people
能
to
教我吗？
participate in the dancing. Could you teach
怎
me?
么跳？
So how to dance this kind of beautiful movement?
特别好看。哦，徐老师已经跳
So
起来
this is very
了
beautiful.
在这个虽然我跳的不是那么的美丽，但是我
So
相信
although I do
通过
not have
这
the
一场的
exact
直播
movement,
让大家对
but
祁
I
连山
believe that with our program you can have a better and more vivid understanding of Qilian Mountains. Because for Qilian Mountains, you have not only the environment, the nature, but also the people.
同胞的身边
So if you
感受到
walk
文化的氛围
next to the Kazakh people, you can see such a vivid culture. And through this expedition, the experts may offer more scientific and detailed suggestions to the local and national government.
祁连山国家公园的时候呢，会把
So
这
we
些
can have better policies in developing the national park of the Qilian Mountains.
各位网友，感谢您收看这场直播。
Distinguished audiences, dear audiences, thank you for watching this program. And let's end this program with our laughter and with our
非
dance.
常快，我也要立刻融入到大家
And
的
I
脚步当
will
中。
participate in the dancing very soon. Thank you.